Hi, this is Raj from MR Sportscars. In this video I'm going to talk about some of the modifications you can make to the 997 Gen 1 and Gen 2 911s. So here on the left hand side, this one here is essentially factory original Targa 4S. So any options on it were specified from new. And then this other one here is a Carrera S, so a Carrera 2S coupe. Both have the same engine, same PDK gearbox, same power, roughly the same acceleration. The Targa is slightly heavier, so it's slightly slower, but it's like 0.1 or 0.2 different. They're both finished in basalt black metallic. This is a 2009, the Targa is a 2010. Those wheels are the Carrera Sport wheels. The wheels on this one are sport design. So immediately, just having the basalt black paintwork with the black wheels can enhance how the car looks. Makes it look a lot darker, a lot more aggressive. That's something you can do aftermarket. Obviously there was an option code to have wheels finished in gloss black, or even to match the paint colour. These are actually finished in metallic black. Then the other thing you can do, which this car here has, is window tinting. So you can have this rear tinted. You can actually have this tinted as well. But that one is, I believe, the factory tint. Looking at the two, they're very, very similar. So yeah, you can have that one tinted, you can have that one tinted. From the outside, it looks almost black, but compared to that one. But on the inside, it's actually quite light in there. It doesn't affect it, but it makes it look, from the back, again, more aggressive, I would say. So that's another thing, is window tinting. Now all these things you can do relatively cheaply, you can do over time, and you can reverse as well. So window tinting you can peel out, you can have it removed, you can have it darkened, you can have it lightened, depending on your preferences. Just like the wheels as well, so you can have the alloys refurbed in different colours to whatever you fancy. Now both cars have PASM, so they should be sitting at the same height. However, the car on the right, this one, has got H&R lowering springs. So they are a decent set of lowering springs. I think they're around £250 a set, and they lower the car a further 3 centimeters. So it makes quite a big difference. You can see the gap there is quite big, whereas here I can barely fit the same 2 fingers through that gap there. So it gives it a more aggressive look at the front. It's noticeably lower with them parked next to each other. And the other thing this car's had done is it's fitted with, you can see them there, wheel spacers. So essentially they push the alloy wheel out into the arch a bit more. So maybe at the front it's not as obvious. Well, actually it is quite obvious. The wheel is literally at the edge of the arch there, which is as far as you can go to be legal, whereas they're slightly further in. The back is probably more pronounced. So there we have it, the arch. And then the arch. So they do stick in. These look like they're 15mm, possibly 17mm. These spaces are the same all the way round. You have to have new bolts fitted that are longer to accommodate the wheel spacers, so there's different set of bolts there, so you have to get the bolts and the spacers to do that conversion. And then on the inside, this is something that I actually had done, which is have this PDK surround and this center console section, so it's all painted here, painted at a paint shop. It was taken off the car. It was sprayed in basalt black metallic to match the car. And on this car, it was twofold. One is the rest of the car is all black. It elevates the interior even more, having it match, because essentially the wheels match, bodywork matches, and now the console matches. But also there was some peeling here and here, which I suspect was from some sort of reaction with moisturizer. That can happen. The rubber finish on this, so that's the same rubber finish there, and also there, it can start to wear. So that's one aftermarket option. Yes, you could have that center console painted in white, silver, black, match the color, exterior color from new, but also paint shops will quite happily strip it out and actually paint it. So there's the standard one. This one's actually in excellent condition anyway. This car's only covered 25,000 miles, which is why it's spotless. Normally you get chinks out of it here from where you put your seatbelt in, and if you're not too careful you do knock it. Likewise, you sometimes get peeling around here, but this one's very, very good. And there's the standard matte black finish. This car's got some other nice options which I've already showed you on the 997 options video. So red stitching all along here, and also on the seats and red belts. That's what I discussed on my other 997 options and upgrades video, so take a look at that. It's in the same Diary of a Porsche Specialist series. But just going back to that center console, you can see it does make a big difference to how the interior looks. This car's got the sports seats, obviously, which you can also have painted. Just for interest, to have that done, to have that PDK surround done at my local body shop, stripped up by my Porsche Specialist. In total I spent about £400 on that, including VAT. So I would expect to pay £400 to £500 for that same job for those two bits of plastic. If you also want to add in having the backs of the seats, if it's got a sport seats like this one has, done to the same colour, you will save money by doing it all in one go, stripping out the seats, stripping out the centre console, than if you did it as two separate jobs. So if you're thinking about doing that kind of customization to your Porsche, I'd recommend getting everything done in one go. So if you wanted the trims also done, so you could potentially have all of these trims done if you wanted to at the same time. But I think that's enough, because that is essentially the reason why I've done that one from a personal preference, even though it's not my car, it's for a customer, is because that was a factory available option. But some people want to go and customize lots of other things, and that's fair enough when it's their car. But for me, that was a decent modification that actually elevates the standard specification and still in keeping with what Porsche want. Likewise, actually, you could actually get sport suspension on top of, with PASM still fitted with lowering springs from the factory. You could also get wheel spacers from the factory. So to me, they're all still in keeping. The only thing that isn't sort of something you could get is this dark tint on these rear windows. But again, it's not unsightly. And like I said, it's fully reversible. It's not a spray on, it is actually a film which you can remove. So yeah, that's a quick Diary of a Porsche Specialist video, just talking about modifications over standard spec on Porsche 911s, particularly the 997 series. So thanks for watching.